British antitrust regulators have blocked Microsoft's $69 billion deal to buy video game maker Activision Blizzard. In a statement Wednesday, Britain's Competition and Markets Authority said, "We've prevented Microsoft from purchasing Activision over concerns the deal could damage competition in the cloud gaming market, leading to less innovation and choice for UK gamers." The all-cash deal was set to be the biggest in the history of the tech industry, put together by the maker of Xbox video game consoles. Activision Blizzard has developed many popular games. Even if you haven't played them yourself, you most certainly heard about some of them, like World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, Candy Crush, and others. And for more, Michael Pachter joins me now. He's managing director at Wedbush Securities, where he covers entertainment software and other tech sectors. Michael, British regulators say they're concerned about the cloud gaming market. Explain to us what that is and why it's so important to this decision.
It's the centerpiece of the decision. It's not really much of a market. So the cloud gaming market consists of services where you can play a game on any device, on any screen, without a dedicated device. So you can play a console game without a console on your TV just by connecting to the internet, and then your television somehow communicates up into the cloud, and cloud servers run the game for you. So it's a very inexpensive way for people to get access to premium games without having to spend $500 on a console. It's obviously a better experience than playing a game on your phone. So very similar, though, to the way mobile games work. It's just that the games are much higher definition. You can play them on a TV. The reason I said that it's kind of an odd way to make, for the centerpiece of the decision, is that the entire market is about $3 billion a year for cloud gaming, and that's mostly Microsoft. The other big player that makes money is Sony, and not as much. Just to put it in perspective, Netflix is at a run rate of over $30 billion a year. Disney Plus is probably close to $20 billion. So movie and video streaming is probably a $100 billion market, and cloud gaming is a $3 billion market. And the UK decided they're so worried about emerging competition in this sector that they're going to protect the British consumer from Microsoft's predatory practices in buying content.
It's no secret European countries have been much more willing to regulate than those in the U.S. What in particular is driving these moves now?
I mean, look, I have to surmise here, but I think this is purely political. And I read the entire, 90-paragraph, it's numbered, opinion today. It's very clear that the UK is trying to send a signal to Microsoft that they can fix this. They didn't say, we deny this because we just think that there's an irreparable harm. They said, Microsoft didn't offer enough. Here's what they should have offered. And that's a signal to Microsoft that if they come to the table and concede what the UK has asked for, they're going to get their deal done. So I actually expect that to happen. I think it'll be a matter of weeks. The market thinks this is not going to happen, so the stock has gone down. I frankly think that they're going to reach an accommodation. And the accommodation is that either they keep Activision's content off of their own game streaming service, the Microsoft Game Pass service, or they commit that they will make that content available for other services which haven't yet even launched. And keep in mind, Google shuttered their service. Amazon's never quite been able to launch their service. NVIDIA just launched one. So big tech behemoths can't even compete without Activision content, and Microsoft doesn't have it. This is a bad business. I doubt anybody's ever going to compete, but I think Microsoft salvages this thing in the next several weeks.
Big tech and business leaders will tell you that this is going to discourage innovation. What do you make of that argument?
Oh, it's like saying Netflix, dominating in streaming is going to discourage people from making television shows. And we saw the number of scripted TV shows triple since Netflix started streaming. So no, I think it's exactly the opposite. I think that Microsoft's going to give game creators an opportunity to get their content to far more people. And that means that there's a much greater opportunity for everybody. So no, not there. On the cloud side, maybe, because it's really expensive to compete. And you're talking about a market that's dominated by Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. But those three guys compete pretty pretty regularly against one another. Pricing for cloud services has been going down, not up. So it's been a good thing that there's three big guys slugging it out. It's good for the consumer.
And just circling back to something you said before, I just want to get this right. A lot of people say this deal won't happen. You think at this point they will find some way to make it happen?
Yeah, reading between the lines, the UK offered Microsoft an out, which is to commit that they won't raise price on Game Pass, and Microsoft's going to take that out. It's pretty clear to me that the UK is trying to be the leader here, show that they got Microsoft to bend the knee and make concessions, and then they're going to run a victory lap and wave the flag and say, we protected the consumer. And they're trying to get this done before the EU announces its decision on May 22nd. The FTC has already filed a lawsuit in court. We won't even have a hearing there till August 3rd. So I actually think the CMA caves around May 22nd. The EU follows, and the FTC has no recourse but to concede as well.
So if Microsoft makes this concession, then that's just in Europe, or it affects gamers everywhere, or that will then eventually have to happen in the U.S.?
That's a great question. I actually think Microsoft will make the concession on pricing everywhere. I think a good evidence for this is the price of Windows and the price of Office really hasn't gone up in 30 years. They're just making it up in volume. So, it's not like Microsoft is predatory pricing for the products that they already dominate with. They've got the Netflix model. They want to go from 25 million subscribers to 200 million subscribers, and the incremental subscriber costs them nothing for content. They've already paid for the content. It only costs them content delivery service fees, which is probably $2 or $3 a month. So if they charge $15 and get $2 or $3 a cost, $12 a profit, multiply that times 200 million incremental subscribers. That's a good business.
Michael, thank you very much. Maybe I'll see you on the cloud when I get home. I know my son is there right now. Appreciate your time.